The way that I might use the multiple choice UI controls will be to just write in directly within the rules the various different options with their display name and values. And that's why I might have a one-to-many relationship between UI control and option. That would only be used in the case when we are using a multiple choice dropdown and we want to create the list of options directly from the rules. So from here, let's dive into a few of the rules involved in the dynamic form that we're building. Now I'm going to open up, just to get started, the rule flow specific to this dynamic form. And we'll see how parts of it will look familiar from the previous use case or the initial use case of just the decision related to the creation of a homeowner's policy over on the right-hand side, where we have the branch with the different premium levels, flood costs, other costs for the optional coverages. And this is where we're going to be executing that aspect of the decision. Now, everything along the way, all of these other nodes within my rule flow are being used to define what should be rendered when over the course of the dynamic form. So bear in mind that the rule flow is what is being generated into just one JavaScript bundle. So all of the form logic and the decision logic for the type of decision that we initially created is going to be encapsulated into just one file that'll be called decisionservicebundle.js. That'll contain all of the code that we're creating by virtue of generating that code from business rules in Corticon Studio. Now, you'll notice that I'm not using these connection nodes very often in the course of this rule flow, which is somewhat unorthodox for using Corticon. The reason we're doing that is to make use of the fact that we want this dynamic form to be dynamic. We want to not limit ourselves to just going in one particular linear path of rendering what, when, and in what order. But we're making use of Corticon's ability to only operate upon data that meets rigid criteria that can be defined within the rule sheets themselves. So in this rule flow, I have, just as a matter of convention, totally optional, I have a number of rule sheets that are given a name with a integer underscore, then the rule sheet name. The integer is representing the stage number, specifically the UI.current stage number that has been assigned for each of those rule sheets. And only when it's the same stage number would I typically be connecting those rule sheets one to another. You'll see how I have, in particular in this coverages, one underscore coverages and one underscore coverages dropdown. That's where I'm spreading out just one UI step over two different rule sheets. That's because I'm doing a UI control of the type multiple choices at that particular step in the form. That is the only UI control type that I need to spread across two different rule sheets. Basically, this ensures that I am creating the correct type and then applying to that type the drop-down of options, whereas it's less important how Corticon evaluates the order in which to render a UI control and its associated attributes at runtime.